This screencast is about the Big Six approach to research. Decades of observation and study have found that students who are aware of the 6 steps and follow the 6 steps during their research experiences do much better on their end products. So we would like you to follow them as well. The first step of the Big Six is called task definition. This is when you define the problem, when you identify topics that you want to research, you start to come up with ideas for a thesis statement, you identify the information that you think you need. And then step 2 is employing information seeking strategies. This is when you ask yourself, what resources are available to me, and select the ones that you think would be the best depending on your topic. We always recommend that you go into the LibGuides to see what recommended sources have been placed there for your projects. Step 3 is location and access. Locating the sources that you need on the shelf or online, and then finding information within the source. You want to use these resources efficiently. So if you're using a book, make sure that you're using the index or table of contents. We don't expect you to read an entire book cover to cover during research, so it's important to know how to locate information as well as the source itself. Step 4 is using information, and this is when you're reading, you're hearing, you're viewing, and taking notes on the relevant information in the style that your teacher is requesting. Step 5 is called synthesis, and we tell students that a lot of times this can be a very frustrating part of the research process, as you can see in the image we have here. But it doesn't have to be frustrating. You want to make sure that you are keeping yourself on top of your tasks and keeping everything organized, that you are taking down source information as you're using the sources, that you're keeping track of what the requirements of the project are, and making sure that you're one step ahead. Because if you procrastinate or if you are not keeping on top of these things, synthesis can be a very frustrating aspect of the research process. And synthesis is when you organize all the information that you have from all the notes together to present the result or the end product, which in this case is a paper. The last step is evaluation, and it's a 2-part step. First, you evaluate the end product. So you evaluate the paper, and before you hand it in, you should be checking off, did I use the required amount of sources I was supposed to? Did I answer my thesis statement? Did I support my thesis statement through my research? Did I do my works cited pages in Noodle Tools correctly? Did I get the initials or the signature from the librarians? So you really have to go through all the different pieces and make sure that you have done those required aspects. And then the second part is to evaluate the process, which a lot of students don't do. But it's important to think to yourself, what worked well for you as you worked on this research project? What types of habits held you back? And learn from those experiences and make sure that you are setting good habits for future research projects. So that's the Big Six. If you have any questions about this research process, or if you need any help with it, just contact one of the librarians and we're happy to further explain it if you need us to do that.